Welcome to yet another edition of the Stats and Stacks podcast, where today we're going over NFL futures, baby. NFL is just 1 week away. I am so hyped. I'm so excited. It is much needed. And we're just in one more week to put in those futures before it all goes bye-bye, baby. So we're looking at win totals. We're looking at teams, conference winners, looking at Super Bowl winners, teams to fade, teams to go all in on. Last week we talked about fantasy. We had some drafts. It was interesting. It was some good and some bad receivers coming off the board fast. But the main thing we care about again, making sure we get that money. I love fantasy. I love the NFL. I love my Buffalo Bills, but at the end of the day, we want to get paid. So how do you do that with the NFL? Again, right now we can use win totals here. So I mean, right now there's overs and there's unders that we absolutely love and absolutely hate. Firstly, let's start with the overs that we like. Win totals I like. It's going to sound weird. These are crazy ones, and all of these are just for the plus money plays. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man, they're projected to finish last in their position, and I don't understand why. Like their division's not good. The Saints are not good. The Panthers are not good. The Falcons are not good. A team has to win that division. No team deserves to win that division. One just has to win it. So at that point, I automatically looked at the Bucks just to see you're the worst team. What are the odds? And then after that, when you really, really look at it, their offense is not that bad. Rashad White, he is what he is at running back. Baker Mayfield can be okay at quarterback. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, a great receiving core. Their defense, they have a good pass rush. Their secondary sucks, but they have a good pass rush. So they have pieces. They have pretty decent people on the line. Like they're not a terrible team compared to what Vegas thinks they're going to be. I think they're going to go a lot higher than what Vegas projects here. So I definitely like their over under. 49ers, I'm staying away from. Initially, I thought I was going to take their over, even though it was a high number. But quarterback is the most important position in the NFL, and I don't know if I trust Brock Purdy. I do trust their counterparts, though, the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks, I know Geno Smith had the year of his life last year with his proficiency. He will not repeat that ever again. However, I do think he's still an okay quarterback. He still has the same pieces and just added JSN. Jackson Smith and Jigba. So, like, you're not going to get any worse getting better weapons. You have Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker now. So, like, you have a better 1-2 punch at running back as well. So I don't know. The defense is the same. All the defensive players that went crazy last year were rookies. Jamal Adams is back. Like you have a lot of good stuff going on in Seattle. So I do like their over quite a bit. But I think the team I like the most with the over, it's weird that I'm still in the same division, is the Rams. I love the Rams over. The Rams are left for dead this year. And I don't think that's the case. They still have one of the best receivers in the league with Cooper Kupp. They still have Cam Akers, who is probably a crazy talk, but might be a top 10 running back this year. It's still Matt Stafford, who's a serviceable quarterback. They have the best player in the league in Aaron Donald. Like, yes, they lost a whole bunch of pieces in free agency, but a lot of people were hurt last year, and that's why they were so bad. The Rams were that bad last year because of injury. If they're healthy, with the schedule they're going to get because of how bad they have a last place schedule, and they're getting all their players back. Like you see it all the time. You see it time and time again. So I do like the Rams over here. I also like the Chargers. Their over under is weird because their division is tough. They have the Broncos twice. They have the Chiefs twice. They have the Raiders twice. But I think the Raiders are going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. I think the Raiders are awful. So I actually think it's a good thing you face them twice. And then in regards to the Chiefs, they're beatable, man. I don't think the Chiefs are as scary as they once were. I really don't, and I don't know what to do in Denver. Denver's losing receivers every 3 hours, so I mean, no Tim Patrick, no Jerry Judy, like they're just losing everyone. The Sean Payton's getting into issues, like there's no camaraderie. Russ is still trying to ride, let's ride. Like it's just a mess there. So I do like the Chargers. They seem to have the most stability there outside of the Chiefs. So I do like their over as well. I like the Jags over just because they're playing terrible, terrible teams here. I mean, their division, who do they have? The Colts is probably the second best team. the Titans, maybe. Like I think the Titans are a dumpster fire. I think the Colts are definitely a dumpster fire with the whole JTT mess that's going on there. I don't know what's going on with Jonathan Taylor and the Colts, but I think it's hilarious. I'm here for every second of it. The trade the Packers sent was more than reasonable. The request they had back was hilarious, asking for Christian Watson, AJ Dillon, and the first round pick. Like they're going crazy. I don't know. They think it's a joke. So I think it's hilarious. But meanwhile, Jacksonville's looking better. Calvin Ridley's looking like he's getting into form. Trevor Lawrence is about to take that leap. You still have Christian Kirk there, who still is a fine receiver. Travis Etienne, and they love Tank Bigsby. Like, there's a lot of good stuff going on in Jacksonville. So I like the Jags over. And the Lions and Packers, they're a weird one. I think one of them are going to go off. I just don't know which one. The Packers are a sneaky good team. I don't think they're as bad as people think they are. If Jordan Love is 70% Aaron Rodgers, they hit their over. So keep an eye on the Packers. And then the Lions as well. I know it's scary. They're Lions. They're always going to find some way to mess it up. They already have Jameson Williams on the bench with not just a hamstring, but also his betting stuff. So it's sketchy, but their over under was not as such. It wasn't as high of a number as I thought it was going to be. So I was pleasantly surprised with that, and I kind of like their over. In regards to the under, people that I do not want to bet on at all, the Giants. I think the Giants overachieved last year. I don't get me wrong. I love Dable as a Buffalo guy. I knew how good of a coach he was. I knew what they were getting, and he got the best out of everybody. But I don't know if he can even do that 2 years in a row. I'm not feeling it. The Panthers are actually the team that I think is worse than the NFL. I think there's going to be no team worse than the Panthers. I get Bryce Young is their future. I understand that. Their receiving core is bad. It's not good. DJ Shark is not good. Adam Thielen is not good. Terrence Marshall is not good. Who's the receiver they got in the draft? Mingo. He's a rookie. Like the Panthers defense should be good because they had that one draft like 3 years ago where they drafted nothing but defensive players. Defense will be fine. Their offense is awful. I don't even know who their running back is at this point. It's Miles Sanders, who's dealing with hamstring injuries already. I love Miles Sanders. I have a lot of Miles Sanders in my fantasy leagues. But yeah, he's already dealing with injury and he's not exactly a beacon of health. So yeah, it's gonna be sketchy there. And then the last one is the Cardinals. It's gonna sound crazy because their over under is so small, but I don't see them winning more than 1 or 2 games. I really don't. I don't think the Cardinals are good at all. They have Hollywood Brown, they have James Conner, they have Kyler Murray. That's it. That's legitimately it. The team's awful. They're very, very bad. They're actually actively trying to tank. So at that point, I think people are staying away from them because their number is so low. But I still think it's too high. I think it should be 2. So I'm also going to be betting the Cardinals under. That takes us to division winners. This is where you also look at just the monetary value more than just picking who's going to win, who's going to not win. You look at who is the best bet because a pick and a bet are two completely different entities. And it's going to be pretty prevalent here. In regards to the AFC East, I like the Bills. I know I'm biased, but the plus money there. I think the Jets are overrated. I do not like the Jets whatsoever. I think the Dolphins are just they might be the injured team this year. They've already lost Armstead. They've already lost Ramsey. They're losing Waddle got carried off the field. Like they're getting hit left and right with these injuries. And I don't know. They could be the hurt team. And then in regards to the Patriots, like the Patriots suck. The Patriots are not good. They're just not good. So the Bills at plus money to win the division interesting to me. Same with the Ravens here. The Bengals are the new hotness in the division, but the Ravens were the most hurt team in the NFL last year. All of their starters are coming back, and Joe Burrow's already hurt. The Browns are going to be better, but I don't think their Ravens better. The Steelers are going to go 8-8, as Mike Tomlin loves to do. The new Jeff Fisher. So at the end of the day, I like the Ravens at plus money, and they are only the second favorites to win, so it's decent plus money. I just said I like the Jags, but I'll take the Titans to win the division just because of the number. Again, these are all just number plays. The Jags, say Trevor Lawrence gets hurt, knock on wood, then what? The rest of that Jags team kind of falls apart. In regards to the Chargers, again, they're their second favorite team to win it because they're in the same division as the Chiefs. I think the Chargers are just as good as the Chiefs. I think they can sweep the Chiefs, to be honest with you. So I do like the Chargers to win. I think there's going to be a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover with the Eagles. So I like the Cowboys at plus money to win their division. I like it a lot. The Eagles had 0 injuries last year, and they're going to have Super Bowl layover. That's a lot of stuff to overcome. So I do like the Cowboys to win theirs. In regards to, oh God, the NFC. Sorry, I think the Packers at their odds. I don't know what the Packers are. I think the Packers could realistically, they could honestly go 4-15, or they could go 15-4. Like I have no idea what these Packers are going to be this year. They still have good running backs. They still have Jair Alexander. Jordan Love is a mystery. Their wide receiving core is super young, and you don't know if it's going to perform. Like it's all up in the air. So I like them at plus money. Again, we already mentioned the Bucks hitting their over, so I'll go ahead and take them to win the division. They don't have a lot of stiff competition to beat out. The Saints are the best team to beat out there for that division. And then again, the Rams, that's a pure money play. I do think the 49ers are probably winning the division by like week 10. But the Rams, if they're still hanging around, again, it's a good money play because everyone's leaving them for dead. Next, you're looking at just overall conference winners. Again, this is not about who I think is going to win. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you the Bills. If you ask someone else, I'm going to tell you the Chiefs. I actually have the Chargers on here. The Chargers to win it. I think the Chargers are a sneaky good team. I think they are a top 5 team in the NFL. And all it takes is one injury. So at the end of the day, the Chargers' odds to win are extra. They're really, really good. So I will take the Chargers there. Same with the Ravens. Ravens have the same number there, and the Ravens could end up winning their division, and no one would bat an eye. So if no one's batting an eye at them being a top 4 team in the conference, why are they not batting an eye with them just winning it? Like it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And then the same with Jacksonville to win the conference. Jacksonville is on the up and up. Everyone's talking about Jacksonville. They're on their way. They're on the horizon, and keep an eye on it. In regards to the NFC, I like the Cowboys, and I like the Cowboys a lot. It's a lot of plus money on their side. Again, they're seen as the second best team in their division. So in their entire conference, if they beat out the scary Eagles, then the plus money you're getting on the Cowboys win the conference is very, very good. And I do actually see the Cowboys representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. And that takes us to who's winning it all. In regards to just the numbers, again, my official prediction, Bills, Cowboys, Super Bowl. What my pockets are going to say, I have the 49ers making it, and I have the Chargers making it. I think the Chargers can go all the way. I think the Chargers to be a Super Bowl winner, that plus money you're getting is intense. It's insane, and I like it a lot. 49ers, same word deal. There's a lot of teams ahead of them, like the Bengals and the Bills and the Chiefs, and what you're getting in San Fran compared to what that plus number is saying, I like it a ton. And that's just a really, really fast look and peek into some of the bets that I personally made in regards to NFL futures. But forget the futures. I want the NFL win totals and everything to be a present. I need NFL in my life right now. Inject it. Let's get it, baby. We're 1 week away. Let's get paid.